Oscar Piastri will race for the McLaren Formula 1 team in 2023, after the Contract Recognition Board decided against his current employer Alpine. McLaren's opportunistic swoop for Oscar Piastri, who is expected to be announced as Daniel Ricciardo's 2023 replacement now, part one of that process, is official, and the way Formula 1's two leading midfield teams have fought for his services marks a rarefied level of interest in a rookie. Piastri has been an Alpine junior since winning the Formula Renault Eurocup in 2019. While part of Alpine's Academy program, he has won back-to-back Formula 3 and Formula 2 titles as a rookie, but missed out on an immediate graduation to F1 in 2022. Alpine put on an extensive testing program in a 2021 F1 car instead, currently amounting to around 3,500 kilometers, and promised to find him an F1 race Sayat for 2023. It had lined up a loan move to Williams, as it did not want it to run Piastri itself as a rookie, because Alpine favored retaining two-time world champion Fernando Alonso. But when Alonso shocked the team by agreeing a move to Aston Martin, Alpine tried to promote Piastri in his place, only to discover Piastri's management had been in discussions with McLaren, which was keen to replace Daniel Ricciardo. But Piastri's manager Mark Webber did not want to see the youngster move to Williams and instead took advantage of Piastri's agreement with Alpine not including a binding F1 contract, despite Alpine's insistence that he had signed a deal last year, giving the team an option for 2023. Alpine's interest is long established. Piastri was part of its academy from 2020 after winning the Formula Renault Eurocup, but as a driver on the fringes of F1, with not even a free practice outing to his name, it is understandable to wonder how and why a rookie in another team's program found himself in McLaren's scope. Arguably the most impressive thing about Piastri is that he's a great learner. The trait of constant progression has been evident through his career so far. In his formative years in cars, there was an obvious upward trend. 5 of his 6 wins in British F4 came in the second half of his rookie season, and in part 2 of his first year of Formula Renault Eurocup, he scored all 3 of his podiums and twice as many points. This is to be expected of any decent young driver that gains experience. What puts Piastri in a different bracket is his awareness of more nuanced areas to improve and, crucially, an ability to actually do so. Racecraft, for example, would come to define Piastri's hat-trick of single-seater titles. But it did not come naturally. This infuriated Alpine, which felt Piastri's camp had not only gone back on a written agreement but had been disloyal after Alpine had spent so much time and money on his F1 testing program. Alpine always maintained confidence in public that it would win the CRB hearing and stated it would run Piastri next year if that was the case. But that has not happened, and the CRB instead determined that Piastri is entitled to a SUPA license with McLaren, not Alpine. The members of the tribunal are listed as Ian Hunter QC, Prof. Klaus-Peter Berger, Matthew Boisson, and Stefan Noatzali. The CRB announcement said Piastri had a valid contract with McLaren for 2023 and 2024, and formal confirmation from McLaren of a multi-year deal followed immediately. Also following was a statement from Alpine, which said it acknowledged the decision and considered the matter closed on our side. This comes after Alpine had repeatedly suggested it will seek compensation for the expense of his testing program and other costs such as the contribution to his F2 season with Prema. McLaren had full confidence it would win because Seidel said that Piastri's management was very transparent through the entire process. Obviously, signing a driver in the end is a result of several conversations, said Seidel. It's clear for people like us when you have the opportunity to sign a guy like Oscar, with the speed he has shown, with the personality he is, you wanted to have him. He was a free agent, and that's why we discussed with him to make a contract. That's pretty much it. It's obviously my job, together with Zach, in any scenario to be aware of what the driver market is, what the contractual situation of all the drivers in the paddock is as well, or the contractual situation of rookies in F2 or in other categories, which is a normal process. It's also our responsibility. And that's what in the end led to the signing of Oscar Piastri. In its short announcement, the CRB stated the contract between McLaren and Piastri is dated July 4, 2022, the Monday after the Silverstone round of the championship. That is much earlier than was widely expected, as rumors of McLaren's interest Piastri only emerged a couple of weeks later. It was also some 7 weeks before McLaren confirmed Daniel Ricciardo's exit, having agreed an early termination of his contract, although this itself had already been under discussion for some time. So, what do you guys think? Is Piastri being disloyal to Alpine, or is Piastri just making the best of chances? Let us know in the comments section below. Want to know what's happening in the world of Formula 1? Then click on the video box shown on your screen now, and I will see you there.